Oh, Gemini. Hey, what's up? It's Brandy from Taurean.com. I am a shadow worker if you come here just for the frou-frou. Probably not for you. Alright, so listen. As you can see, you've got a pretty intense spread. You got the lunar eclipse, the black moon Lilith, which is like scorned woman or intuition, but definitely borders madness. Four of Pentacles, which is paper. Underlying energy is holding on for dear life. Then we have world and death. What's that mean? Well, I mean, that could definitely be having to deal with an actual death. I'm going to try to kind of stray from that if possible. It's like a cycle. The birth womb. I mean, there could be a child involved here. So, like I said, condolences. Don't hover. You know, people got to learn how to be out in the world, or they won't make it in the world when you leave them. If there is a child asking for help, crying for help, you need to give them help. Now I'm going to move along. We got powerful endings. We got revelations. We got getting rid of things that are not helping us. We're starting to see the truth, of what we've put ourselves in. And then we got the raw, primal, taboo aspects of the feminine power, independence, shadow energy, what's hidden, what's suppressed, where's that unapologetic Gemini? Okay, we don't always have to be around people talking. So, I mean, there's something about the right timing. Things are going to unfold naturally. Don't really have to have your hand in it, because if you become too obsessive, things are going to go south. I feel it very much. There's a choice here. Your values, your actions. Significant decision. But I believe there's a few things you cannot try to control, influence, or hover over. Okay? This is a cycle, a successful cycle. You've done something, you've completed something, you've let go, you've allowed a new beginning to come in, right? You're making space. You're creating security, you're creating a legacy. But you don't want to, that's literally like you're creating security or you're holding on too tightly. Like possessive. There's a balance here between open and stable. Open and stable. There's a shadow that is very much repressed to do with women. Okay, whether you're a man or not, we got some anger issues around women. We don't trust them. We don't do this. We don't whatever. Woman, you don't trust them. Jealousy. I'm sorry to call you out, but here we are. That is not growth. That is hindering yourself. Okay? We're going to make a choice with personal values and personal growth. That's a heartfelt, deliberate decision that you will, make during the end of the significant cycle. You have to remember that people do make their own decisions. No one is influenced by these people. They do, even if they are manipulating them, they are still making their own grown people decisions, okay? That I really felt I needed to say that. But this is warning against clinging too tightly to that idea. We got to open up a new pathway of thinking. Profound change. The lunar eclipse and death, shadowed being like things have been hidden. Things are going to end that we've held on to too tightly to, but they're going to come back in a better way. This is literally like the snake eating its tail here. You're going to be guided as long as you release that control and you actually look at your shadow. Right? I feel like there's a whole personality flip here. And, I'm not trying to be mean with Gemini. I'm trying to help you all. But there is divine timing in having patience during this new chapter that you are about to embark on. I feel like it's something you didn't really pay attention to, where you have to all of a sudden be very aware. You're very enlightened by what comes out here. It's like you're going to be able to see something very strange, but it comes out crystal clear. I don't know. I mean, you could be getting haunted and they're, you know, someone's trying to intervene and give you these signs. I mean, you're not completely surprised, but it feels like a very dramatic force. Things that were very much taken for granted. You have to make a new start. You're going to see those effects in the next like 6 weeks, even though this for like the end of September and October. It's going to come out in a better form. Okay, whatever is crashing down around you, understand it's coming back in a better form. Because it's a shift. It's things being brought out into the open so you can make big changes. You know, it is the crisis of what I always say. It's a cruelty for a kindness, and sometimes that's just hard when a curveball hits us. You know, I get it. Someone's like, did I make a correct choice? I made this giant purchase. Maybe a home. You know, that was a goal. Someone's being exposed though. So if you've purchased a home, or there's something about the home, something is being exposed. That's where you're going to see very much. Like, this has to do with money. Maybe it's a work environment. I mean, these are not specific. They are general. But, I mean, I could see a boss or a female trying to influence your job. Someone feels very much tied to them. You know, and they are. And you're just tired of going in, seeing the same crap. You don't know what to do. You know, stuff like that. They will be exposed. So while that feels dramatic in nature, what's done in the dark will come to the light, my friend. You don't have to sit and fixate on it. What's done in the dark will come to the light, I promise you. I feel it in my bones. You will be free. Alright? The fact that I have the color purple under the Black Moon Lilith card, I just realized there's a lot of purple theme here. Even in the background of the Four of Pentacles, someone loves purple, or purple is a very significant color. So maybe whenever something happens and the color purple of any shade gets referenced or seen, you need to pay attention to that point in time. There's something very significant there for you amongst that change. You need to stand in your confidence. You do not need to become vindictive. You do not need to lash out. You need to let karma do its job, because again, patience. Patience. What's done in the dark will be brought to the light. I promise. You will get through this. I'll catch you later.